Hey guys, just got done watching Mongraal stream, and man, I learned a lot. This guy is probably the most mechanically gifted player I've ever seen. So let's just hop right into all the stuff that I learned tonight.
Oh, you're fighting.
Alright, so that first clip was an insane demonstration of mechanical skill by Mongraal, and there's three things I want to touch on in that clip. The first thing is basically when he got in that first engagement, you saw how he took a 50-50 fight against a guy who's just spraying them, and they're just both right in front of each other. But what he did to make that an 80-20 fight instead of a 50-50 fight was that instead of just jumping up and down, which is actually kind of slow and makes you an easy target, he was spamming the crouch button and still strafing left and right at the exact same time. So I can't even do that yet. I'm practicing it and I'm going to keep trying, but basically what he was doing was he was crouching up and down over and over and switching, and you can see I'm terrible at it, but in switching the direction that he's going at both times. Normally people go, you know, left and right, whatever. That's pretty easy. Jumping though, and this makes you an easy target. He switches it up, which makes it harder for other people who haven't practiced against it to hit him. Number one, and number two, it actually just makes your head hitbox much harder to hit. So that's how he turned that fight from a 50-50 into an 80-20 or whatever. I'm just making up numbers. All right, the second thing in that clip that I saw was he took a very common strategy and put it into a not common place to see it, and I thought that was really cool. So basically the common strategy is the thing where basically you use stairs, or not stairs, you use walls to fall down and catch yourself with the floor. And he applied that in a build fight by, not in a build fight really, but he applied that by when he's too high pushing somebody, he decides that he's too high and he still wants to push the guy, but he doesn't want to take the risk of getting shot down, or he just wants to get in their face as much as possible. While he's pushing the guy, he decides to do this technique and go down, and then he got into the guy's face and the guy couldn't do anything about it. Alright, so that second clip was a good example of mechanical skill and also a thing that I've never seen anybody really do. What he did there was he already had a little bit of high ground on somebody. Let's just say he was like this, and he was shooting at him, but then he decided to keep getting closer, and he needed to block shots from the opponent. And what he did, he put stairs or wall stairs like normally, but normally the opponent would expect you to peek on top of your stairs. What he did instead, he wasn't too high that he would take fall damage, was he edited his stair quickly and then edited through so it's a different angle, and then he continued pushing.
Oh wait, what? Oh, he's got coned, I think. Oh, you did. Oh, and I'm gonna do that. Oh! You just got outplayed.
Okay, so in my trap video, I talked about spotting the natural occurring building blocks for trapping. And that clip was an example of Mongraal spotting that, but then adding to it. So this is just an insane player. As soon as that player stared over him, like this, Mongraal immediately recognized that this was an opportunity to trap him, to pyramid him, even though this isn't a normal situation where you trap somebody at. It wasn't, this was the first ramp. Normally what happens is you're ramping at somebody, and then they end up getting the stair above you. In this case, this was not that situation. He just appeared, this guy stared over him, and he immediately put a pyramid and wall all around, and then after that, this is already a good situation for you to be in because you can place traps, but he didn't have any traps. It was early game. After that, he broke his structure, placed the stairs of his own to trap him behind it even further, and then edited down. The guy had no idea what happened. It happened so fast, I had to go back a couple times to look at what happened.
He's low.
Ow. Oh no, mats.
Alright, so all I wanted to show you guys in that clip was that the timing that Mongraal has in his head for reloading on his shotgun. So basically, I have a shotgun right now with 0 ammo in it, and the idea that I was looking at was, and that I was impressed by, was that he knew exactly when his shotgun was going to be ready to fire. He shot it the instant that it was ready to fire, and that's just a crazy. I don't know how he practices that. I don't know how to get that way, how to get it in your mind. I guess it's just pure play and game sense and just intuition, but that was impressive to me.
Just got headshotted, broski. Oof, oof, oof. Oh. Oh.
He's dipping somewhere.
Bro, this guy is insane. Oh. 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 Oh.
So I've talked about clingers a lot in all of my different videos, and this is just another example of great usage of clingers. Mongraal always uses his clingers to try to get instant damage instead of just randomly throwing his clingers to try to stick them. And that's just really, really good practice in general. Is always try to get the most efficient use out of your utility, and so Mongraal's always throwing it at a building, blowing it up, no matter what. Even if the opponent goes behind a wall, goes behind the stairs like that, it'll still blow up the stairs behind if it's just wood. And also it gives you the opportunity to, if your opponent decides to do something stupid and make a mistake, it still gives, if he moves right here, that's instant damage on him. The last thing in that clip was that he as soon as he realized that his opponent was going for the ATK, he threw a clinger at the ATK, and that thing, while it's moving, if that happens, if it's in the right position, it'll get knocked off like he did, and the guy had to bail on his ATK, and then he died from then on. So that was interesting. As soon as he recognized the guy was going for the ATK, he threw the clinger straight at the ATK. Alright, so that was crazy quick thinking by Mongraal. Your first instinct when somebody's running up the stairs to clinger is probably the stairs that they're going to go to. So imagine if somebody was running up from this stair right here to that stair. Your first instinct would be to throw the clinger right there. What Mongraal did, and he probably already knew that this was a thing when people are running up the stairs because he's that good, was to throw a clinger to trap him down here first, and then hit him with the second clinger, and then a third clinger. What this makes the opponent do, sorry guys, I don't have a partner to show you guys this, but what this makes the opponent do is he runs up here, finally the clinger comes, he decides to run back down, and then boom, he gets stuck. He's stuck between two clingers here.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Got that edit. Oh, oh. 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 Damn, brother.
Alright, so that clip, there's two things I want to talk about. First is his pyramid use. I am completely in the dark about why he uses pyramids so much. You'll see him just use pyramids all the time. My guess is how easy it is to edit, and this is an example of that. He's on top of a roof, and he, instead of placing a ramp, and I've seen videos on this, but I haven't seen a good application of it yet. Instead of using that and getting a normal peak that everybody knows, he uses this, and he gets a little bit of a different peak. It's a little higher on the corner, and you can peek it on different angles and whatever, and he uses that to take a snipe. The second thing was how quickly he crouched after taking the snipe shot, and then how quickly he uncrouched to finish off the kill. And normally players would maybe take a snipe shot and just run down backwards. What he did was go up the ramp, take the snipe shot, crouch immediately, and then pull out his AR, his burst in that case, which allowed him to finish it off really easily. Pulled out his AR and took the last remaining shots. So he peaked with the height that he had normally, crouched to get away really fast, and then uncrouched to take the last remaining damage that he needed to do on that guy. And I can't replicate the speed of Mongraal, but that's the skill that Mongraal has and the mechanical ability he has. He does it faster than anybody I've ever seen. Alright, that's gonna be a wrap on that video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Mongraal is one of the craziest players I've ever seen mechanically. I haven't seen him play scrims or anything like that, but just showing off incredible skill every night, every time I watch him. So I was always planning on making a Mongraal video, but I saw he was streaming last night, and I decided to just do it right there. It was a short stream, but I got a lot of information out of it. I hope you guys did too out of this video and just watching him just in general. So thank you to him for being freaking good at the game. If you like this video, do all the YouTube, Twitch, and social media things, and I'll be back with more content just like this.